where they filmed the original scene where the movie starts. Well, kind of, yeah, actually it is where it really started. So, as you see, here's a picture of the opening scene. And if you see, this is where it was. This is before the two go upstairs to frolic. But there's a guitar to show you like a little bit of them where they were playing and stuff. So cool. It's amazing. This is like this is where all the camp people eat. This room. But pretty cool, dude. And here's the original spot where it starts. All right, guys, here's the original Camp Crystal Lake sign. Is that sick or what, guys? The original sign used in the movie. There it is, all in a nutshell, my friends. Cool stuff. Here's a replica of the Jeep used in the movie. It's not the actual one.
We're going to get the first group ready. We've got 3 groups heading out today, so you got plenty of time. There's no need to rush. Take the pictures. You see the news.
Pretty cool, right? This is a replica of the one used in the movie. It's not the actual one. I will take you inside in a second, but this is the scene where the camp counselors from the original part playing the guitars go upstairs, get their groove on, and this is where he's wax them. So in a minute, I'm going to take you inside, just waiting for people to clear out, but it's going to be cool to see. Here's a little still from the movie, and these are the stairs going up in a minute, but up here is where they filmed that scene. Pretty cool. As you see, this thing is just definitely used for all different things. You want to talk about shovels? Look at shovels and brooms and rakes, man. They got like this is like a little mini Home Depot. Pretty crazy stuff, man. Cool stuff, though. Let's do what Mrs. Voorhees did, man. This is so surreal to see. We even got freaking weeds growing through it, but I'm going up now, my boys. Let's go see. This is freaky. This is where they filmed the original shot, my friends. Holy cow. Jesus, this is so cool, man. So over here is where he goes and ends up, and then she runs around. You know, it's funny, it's still to this day, this is still a storage thing for them. But absolutely amazing, guys. Here's the view going down. So here it is. This is where the first person ever dies in Friday 13th, up here. This is where Crosby ends up getting the arrow to his freaking head. We were just hearing a story about how how he actually ended up, they used the wrong blood in the scene. He ended up going to the hospital, and actually took 6 months to get his vision back. It actually burned his face and his eyes. Pretty crazy to think of that, you know? But here we come around to the other side. And first time I'm viewing it too. This is the spot. In that sign, if you see, though deteriorating, is the sign, the original sign. So here it is, guys. This is where the arrow. Amazing. It's cool stuff. So that's the generator shed. There we go. Just to show you what it looks like. This is still the original area. They just definitely did some updating, like painting and stuff like that. Just to show you everything. You guys got to do this tour. It's absolutely awesome, man. It really is so cool. Just to show you what it looks like. And here is.
One hand over like toward the, the other hand.
There you go. Just give you a view of the spot, and it's like a 5-minute walk up to this area. It's interesting from the main areas. But here is. Alright guys, and this is what it looks like from the other side. Like Brenda's view. So now you get to see from the other spot. And there was a shot from this angle. It's like where the camera was originally shooting. Pretty cool though. It's pretty freaking cool. Alright guys, here's the lake itself. It's beautiful, man. There's the famous, you know, it looks way different in person, I have to be honest. It's really different looking in person. Like the mountain in the background, it's big. You know, like that mountainous thing, but it doesn't look big on the video. Interesting. Getting ready to go into where they filmed the shower scenes. So I'm waiting to go into the shower house and check it out. So I'll be showing you guys that in a couple of minutes. All right, guys, here we are, man. This is where they filmed the shower scene. This is where Brenda comes in. She's washing her hands and everything. Pretty freaking cool, man. This is what it looks like. Really cool. And look, if we can get it to light up, look, the famous thing, 40 yards to the outhouse by Willie Make It. That's a Fuchsia Says joke in my eyes. So, pretty cool, guys, huh? This is the scene. All right, guys, this is where they did the shower scene. This is where they did it. And here's the light. Funny, right? You see the light, like the light starts swaying. So it's just makeshift. It's not real. I mean, here's the sink again. They just use this for, you know, it's called movie magic because it's just literally a big empty room. And they just recreated this for the, to show you what it was exactly like back in the day, how they did it. But if you see, this is what it really is, just a big room where they could host whatever they want to do with it. So that's where they did the shower. Amazing stuff. So this is where they filmed the scene with Kevin Bacon. Multiple scenes were filmed in here. Unbelievable, guys. Here is the spot. Amazing, all these years later. Here's a picture of Kevin Bacon dying. And Ned, interesting little tidbit of information would lead to believe that Ned went in the cabin first and died. Obviously, he got killed. And then Kevin, you know, when they filmed the Kevin Bacon scene, Ned's above him. But it actually did not happen in the same cabin. The actual cabin that they did with Ned is not even here anymore. It's gone. So this is it. This is also the scene where she hears the sounds of the girl voice, and then she ends up going to the archery range. That was filmed there too. So here's the cabin. It's small, but really cool. So this is where they filmed this stuff. It's amazing, man. Really cool to see in person all this, man. This is cool. Well, that's where they did Kevin Bacon, and they had Kevin Bacon there and a couple of people under it doing it. This is the location where you see Betsy Palmer takes a look at the campers. Really pretty spot. Pond is a lot smaller than I thought. You know, it's not as big as I thought. I think it said it's 16 acres, something like that, 16 acres. But it's cool looking, man. So this is the area. I'm maybe about 20 feet behind me, but I came all the way down. But this is the location where, yeah, Betsy Palmer is stalking the counselors. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Just some of this stuff, guys.
So real quick, I'll explain everything. Brenda's cabin is what we call the waterfront cabin.
Awesome stuff, man. Looks great.
The original dining hall.
Final scene. This is the beach area. The wood is very high right now. Here's the docks, but the docks are not obviously the original, and these are permanent docks now. They're saying that the water is very, very high right now because of the issue with there's a beaver dam. Like these beavers keep doing, and it causes a lot of havoc, you know? So Here's the whole beachfront area. Pretty cool, man. These are old docks, but they are not the docks from the movie. Those are actually sold. You can buy pieces of it. But here is the lake in a nutshell. Pretty cool stuff. It's funny, the boathouse is, the wood is actually in it. It's so damn high right now. It's crazy. So, here's the lake. It's beautiful, man. This place is sick. It's really cool, man. I really recommend you come and check it out. Ending of the movie, where we first see Jason. And here is the spot. This is, you know, it's funny. I had to ask the guy because I've heard that they did not film the ending here, but they did. They actually did. It was confirmed. The tour guide did confirm it, that Tom Savini said they did do it. And where the power lines are in the background is actually the opening spot. You'll see, that's where there was like an opening in the woods back in the day. But that is the actual, that's not the actual original canoe, but this is where they filmed the ending of the movie. The office, this is the scene where they're trying to find a phone. It's different looking now than it was back then, but this is where the actual office was filmed. Steve's body, they hit it right here. Can't tell, but this was an open structure. They've enclosed it now, but that's where Alice stumbles upon the body and it's swinging. Yeah, and then right here is where the camp guys were hanging out when the cop comes. And then he goes down there and does this little Yui. That's the main cabin, just to give you a view. The beach area. And this is where the cop comes down on the motorcycle and they're all hanging out here. It's really cool to see, man, in person. It's really cool. Funny to see how they do things and make it. We're getting ready to go into the main cabin in a minute, which I'll show you. This is what it looks like from the outside, the main cabin. On the far right corner is where the pantry was, which I'll show you in a minute. Here we are, man. The main cabin. Used for, obviously, a lot of scenes. This is where they did the Monopoly. I love how they have the Monopoly thing out there. And the shoe, if you see, they have the shoe on there. Here's the rope where she tries to tie the door. And the fireplace is, they said they've resurfaced it, but it's the original stone. And the in memory of thing is still here. You can see that in the movie to this day. Obviously the raccoon's not on here or anything like that. But here is the cabin. It's not that big. It's amazing to think of the history. It's just the movie, as popular as it is, and fans like us all want to see this, but it's really cool. Cool stuff, man. And then this is the kitchen area. This is where the kitchen was. This is where they were cooking, and it's different, obviously. There was the white porcelain type stove, but this is where it was. This is like, here's the light bulb that Alice, like, oh, we need to get the generator going again. But this is the kitchen area. This is the view, and pretty cool, man. It really is. And here, where this exit door is, right here. This was where the pantry was, right here. It was right here.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, so cool. So guys, this is where the pantry would have been, this exit. That's how it was. They built it on for that. Something cool, guys, just to show you how cool this is. If you look here, here's the wire, like where it would have been for the electricity. And if you look where the pantry was, look here, and here's the notch where it was. Is that incredible or what? Little things you figure out. Let's go in. This is the cabin where they kill the snake. Now, the thing is, though, I got to turn because that's the angle of the camera. The back you don't see. This is also where they filmed the kids sleeping in the beginning. But this is the angle, and it was like kind of like the wall here. So this is the angle of the spot. This is about the spot right here on the floor. Well, the snake's there, but that's where they kill the snake. Obviously, it was different looking. It was green inside, but this is the angle that they shoot in the movie. So when you come here, make sure you turn around. If not, you won't see the actual thing. But there's the machete. There's a little still to show you. And if you see in the movie, yeah, even Mrs. Voorhees, she comes around like this, because it was kind of like a wall, and then turns around like this. And that's how it is. It's just obviously different looking now, but this is where they filmed all that. Allison, I think Steve was his name, whereas the cabin was right here. It's now gone. I did know that, but they're thinking about hopefully down the road building another one. But this is where they are fixing the gutter. Right in this location is where that cabin was. Sad it's not here anymore. And just for things is Alice's cabin, main cabin, the shower house, and then the actual lake. All right, guys, this is where the original Camp Crystal Lake sign was hanging up. Pretty cool, man. This is the actual spot.